The most important part of our book box is our book itself. So this is your surprise every month. So if you've done like a blind date with a book, similar kind of process. The only thing you know about the book though is that it is based off of this particular cultural perspective. So it's going to be a fiction, best-selling novel or international best-selling novel, and something that I fell in love with personally. So I curate every single book box based off of the book. So once I've read a book, I fall in love with it, I then make everything else around it. So I had originally planned to do a different country actually for May. But when I read this novel, I fell in love. I called my mom and I said, you know, we're going to be pushing back the other one. We're going to be doing this one instead, and I'll look for a different book. So without further ado, our book for Jamaica was Sweetness in the Skin, which is such a lovely novel by Ishi Robinson. This is actually her debut novel. And it follows Pumpkin, who is a young girl who is growing up in a household that's a little bit tumultuous. There's multi-generations here. So we've got Grandma, her mom, and her Auntie Sophie. And really it's her Auntie Sophie that has taken her under her wing, made sure she's gotten a good education, that she has a lot of opportunities, and that she's well fed. Her mother had her when she was very young, and Auntie Sophie was very much favored by grandmother in the household. And so her mother has a little bit more of a tumultuous, if not hostile and caustic relationship with the other women in the household. And so Pumpkin desperately wants to find her place, not only within her household, but also within her friend groups, at school, and within her community. And as her Auntie Sophie is trying to inspire her to dream big, she also has to leave her behind. And so once her kind of protector is gone, Pumpkin has to kind of rise to the occasion and figure out who she is, her identity within her own culture, and what does she kind of want for herself. And part of that exploration is through baking. So that's where our sweetness comes into play. She is an avid baker and very talented, and her very favorite thing to do is to share her baked goods with her friends, her family, and her community. And so as she's going through different kind of struggles, her community also comes together to support her. And so really this book is exploring cultural identity, kind of our self-concept, right, as we're growing up and becoming young adults, and trying to find like who we are, but also to looking at kind of redefining what a family is and how community can be a part of that. So I just know you're gonna fall in love with Pumpkin's story, just like I did. And if you are a current subscriber, we are just launching our virtual book club through the Fable app, which I'm super excited about. So there is an exclusive link to our subscribers that's in our email from last week, and it will prompt you to download the app. Once you then download it, you'll be able to then log in and join our book club.